Things are evolving. You have all the information. The things we talked about, a couple of years ago or whatever, they don't apply anymore now. You need to adapt with the times. You need to learn. You can't just take old information and then try to apply it now. Like, things are not the same anymore. There's more competition. There's more players in the game. You can't just make shitty videos anymore and then you can do it, but you're not gonna get paid as much as you want to get paid. The internet is a very small place, man. You might be surprised. It might look big, but it's a very small place. Everybody is watching each other. So when you're gonna be making a name for yourself, you have to act from honesty and integrity, and you need to be valuable to other people. It's the only way to get ahead. So today we're talking about YouTube. We're talking specifically about optimizing and getting your content discovered through the search engine. YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google. Google owns YouTube. And so one of the big strategies to growing on YouTube and getting traffic is by making content optimized for the search engine. And today we are going to talk about what's better, to have one channel where you have videos just from all different niches and you just don't really care. You just have it as a hub and then you just blast these videos there. Or do you specialize and have one channel per niche? So my short answer is, what I have learned so far is that it is better to specialize. It is better to have, for one channel, you specialize in one niche. Now, why is that? Well, first and foremost, you need to have a specific audience. Why is a specific audience around one topic better than scattered? First and foremost, you can charge brands for an integration or for a brand deal much higher rates, because those audience, like for example, if you have, a channel talking about CRMs, right? Well, if a new CRM startup comes to you and says, hey, we would like you to do a dedicated video or an integration, well, you say, okay, my audience consists of 10,000 CRM specific people. For them, that's incredibly more valuable than having an audience that is scattered about social media, about this. Okay, so that's the first important thing, is that you can demand much higher rates if you specialize. That's first and foremost. Essentially, that's the first reason. The second reason is also, if you have a specialized channel, you can build an email list. So what you can do essentially is you can put together a lead magnet, you can put together a landing page, and in your videos, if you're making specialized video and it's all on the same topic, you can say, hey, by the way, if you're looking for a list of the best CRMs, you can check out my free guide where I compare them, or like my comparison chart, where I compare all of these different CRMs there are in the market side by side in terms of features, pricing, etc. Now, what happens then? Well, the people viewing your video, they're going to get the free guide and you're going to get their email. Now you're building really valuable assets, an email list, right? Because as I say, you don't own anything on the internet except for two things. You own your domain and you own an email list. Those are the only two things you can actually earn online. And so that's why it's so important to specialize a YouTube channel, because you can build an audience specializing in one thing. You can then drive that audience. You can demand higher rates, and then you can drive that audience to your site and build up an email list, which you can then send emails to. You can sell like a blast to your subscribers, to other brands as well. So I hope that answers your question of if specializing is better. It really depends on your strategy and what you're trying to do. I no longer subscribe to the idea that you need to, have tremendous amounts of volumes of videos of output and just no matter what quality it is, and then once in a while a video is going to work for you, right? And then it's kind of like you take 100 darts in your hand, you throw them, and then like a couple are going to stick to the wall, but then the rest of them are going to drop. Well, instead of that, how about you take one dart at a time and then you try to aim it and get it to the 10, right? Your return on investment on a quality video is going to be much higher than producing shitty videos at scale. So we used to do that. I used to do that myself, but I don't do that any longer because I'm now at a different stage where I treat every video as an individual standalone asset. Matter of fact, my investment into every video now, like I'm working on a video about Amazon FBA, I'm investing over $3,000 into this video to make it the most in-depth, valuable tutorial for beginners. And it's a very strategic piece of content because if it works, which is not guaranteed, but if it works, that video can be generating me 10, 15, $20,000 per month for the next couple of years. It takes a lot more effort and it takes a lot more resource and thinking and strategizing, and it's a lot harder to make than a shitty video. But guess what? The return on investment is much higher. So the keyword research part is not the difficult part. Like if you think about it, we used to say back in the day, oh yeah, keyword research, that's the most important thing. Not really. I mean, the couple of guys who are doing that and who are extremely like the best basically is Trevor Nace and Guy Rial, right? That guy. So those two guys, they're the best in this space. And that space is just short tutorials. But then again, don't just look at what keywords they're doing or what topics. Look at the actual video that they're doing. They can be making a simple, like, no-brainer kind of keyword about iPhones or this or that, but the video itself is really good. There is a guy on the screen, he talks good English, and there's a very clear explanation of how to do that thing. So the value of that video for the end user is extremely high. And that's why it works so well. So of course, there is a place those short tutorials can work very well. But the downside of those short tutorials is that your only monetization method is YouTube ad revenue. I don't think that's smart because, well, first and foremost, YouTube ad revenue can fluctuate a lot. It can go up and down, right? And you don't have control over ad rates, over CPMs. Second of all, this is rented real estate. You don't own your YouTube channel. So if you get banned for whatever reason, or you get 3 strikes on YouTube, right? You're out. You have no income. That's it. Gone. So instead, and you cannot really build like a audience, like you cannot really build. And so what's the solution to that problem? Well, the solution is 2 things. First, specialize. Second of all, build a list. So choose a specific topic, make videos about that one specific topic, drive that traffic to your own domain name, and build an email list. That's the most kind of smartest way to go about content creation, generating traffic, and getting eyeballs. The old way of doing affiliate marketing was writing articles, blog posts, ranking them on Google, and then you would have people visit your site, right? And then if something ranked, they would click your links, and then you would get paid for that. Now, as you can imagine, that is dead. Why? Well, because AI is taking over and nobody is visiting sites. Why? AI overviews, ChatGPT, right? Nobody's like, the traffic there is dropping. That's confirmed by A16Z. That's confirmed by Google themselves. So now there is something which I called affiliate marketing 2.0. So what is affiliate marketing 2.0? Affiliate marketing 2.0 is you do affiliate marketing, but instead of written content, you have video content on YouTube. Now, YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google. Google owns YouTube. And the way where we are moving, it's going to be 95% of content online is going to be video. And then the rest is going to be just interaction with LLMs and ChatGPT and whatever. So people are going to be using ChatGPT for work. And then the rest is going to be video content, whether it's short form, long form. That's kind of the direction that we are moving in. So how do you jump on this trend? How do you make money with affiliate marketing 2.0? How do you integrate affiliate partners and these programs? So first and foremost, you need to have a YouTube channel and you need to learn how to produce content. That's the single most important thing. You have to learn how to produce content. Why? Because everything on the internet comes down to traffic, to getting eyeballs. It doesn't matter if you want to do e-commerce or affiliate marketing or something else. It comes down to getting eyeballs, because once you have traffic, once you have eyeballs, you can monetize it in any way you want. You can send it to affiliate partners, you can send it to, physical products, digital products, whatever it is. So it comes down to learning how to get traffic. Okay, that's the first most important thing. So for beginners who want to get started with affiliate marketing 2.0, learn how to generate traffic. If you don't have a camera, start with your phone. If you have a phone, most likely you have a smartphone. You can film in 180p, you can film in 4K. That's already enough. You can have a natural source of light. You can buy some lights, not expensive ones. Start to learn and don't be shy. Don't be shy. The world doesn't reward overly shy men. That's the thing. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to just make a faceless channel." And it's like, okay, well, you might make some money, but you're not going to make a lot of money with it. If you want to build something that's like actually worth it, actually incredible, you have to not be shy. You have to be able to be on camera. You have to be able to go out, talk to people, and sell yourself. Business is relational. Business is about interacting with other people and knowing how to sell. You don't sell to computers. You sell to people. And it also starts like this. This is no different than me going out and talking to people offline. This is me talking to you, but I'm also talking to a lot of people who potentially could be watching this. So don't be shy, get in front of a camera and learn how to create content and how to generate traffic. Because once you have that, you can build a personal brand. You can become an authority figure in your niche. You can build your own site. You can build an email list. You can partner with companies and send them traffic, right? So what is affiliate marketing 2.0? It's one way of monetizing your content and monetizing your traffic. It's the easiest way. Okay, it's the easiest way because if you want to sell your own digital products, okay, there's trade-offs. Sure, you're going to build your own email list, but guess what? It's much harder to sell digital products than it is to do affiliate marketing because first, you don't know if people are going to want your digital product, okay? You don't know if they want it. With a proven offer with affiliates, you already know that the market they want that offer to the affiliate, especially if the partner is successful and they have put a lot of their own paid money into advertising, so you can just piggyback off their success. With a digital product, first, you don't know if the market is going to want that product. Second of all, if you do figure out that the market wants your product and then you start selling it, well, guess what? You need to deal with customer support, refunds, questions, all these things, right? It's not just like, hey, I'm going to put out this digital PDF ChatGPT generated piece of crap and then I'm going to get a bunch of people to buy it on WAP or whatever. That's a fucking sucker's game, man. That's a fucking sucker's game, okay? Because first and foremost, you don't own WAP.com, okay? Iman and his investors
Yep.
own WAP.com, okay? So if you're generating traffic and you're sending it there, well, guess what? You're building their business. You ain't building your own business. You might build your own little community there and you playing this game or whatever. Yeah, but you're a sucker, man. You're just working for them because you're generating traffic and you're sending it their way. The real way to go about this is you go ahead and you play it the hard way, aka you sign up to Cloudflare, you buy your own domain name, preferably under your name, because that's what is truly unique about you is your name and your face. And then you start to build a personal brand, okay? And then you leverage social media to get attention to whatever it is that you're talking. I want to talk about how to make money online. That's what I'm passionate about, okay? Okay, great. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to post it everywhere. Then I'm going to tell people that the way that they can connect with me, the way that they can consume more of my content, the way that they can get my digital products and my free resources is on my site, not Iman's site, not Hermosi's site, my site, okay? That's the most important thing. That's my message to the world. Do not send your traffic to school.com. And do not send your traffic to WAP.com. Now, this might contradict a little bit to what I'm saying about, oh yeah, the easiest way to monetize is with affiliate partners. Yes, because it is. For a beginner starting out, building up a consistent stream of income with affiliate marketing is the easiest way. And yes, you are sending traffic to a different domain, but you're sending traffic to a proven offer. You're not creating any of your own products. You're not trying to create demand. Yes, you are building someone else's business, but they're paying you fairly in return. And if you're just starting out and you need to build a stream of income, that's the way you go about it. And then once you have a steady stream of income from affiliate links, then you can go ahead and say, okay, cool. This is bringing in money. I don't have to worry about that side. Maybe you have some automated system like I have at this point. Now let's start building out the personal brand thing. Now let me create my own products. Okay, I don't just want to create a product and then someone buys it and makes a video saying, you know what? I bought George's product and it's just crap. Piece of shit. Don't buy it. That's horrible. I don't want that to happen to me. I want people to buy my course and be like, you know what? That was a good, solid course, man. He taught me the basics. He taught me the things that he knew. And I came away with that with value because I understand the importance of social proof and I understand the importance of word of mouth as well. The internet is a very small place, man. You might be surprised. It might look big, but it's a very small place. Everybody is watching each other, right? So when you're going to be making a name for yourself, you have to act from honesty and integrity, and you need to be valuable to other people. It's the only way to get ahead. If you want to make money for yourself, go help someone else. That's the only way to go about this. Not just because, but actually do it. Like actually create valuable shit. That's the way to go about it. So first, learn how to make content. Second, learn how to make content that gets traffic. Third, drive that traffic to affiliate partners to build a steady stream of income. And lastly, start building a personal brand and own your own domain and build your own email list. And when you're going to be doing step number one, when you're going to be learning how to make content and generate traffic, make sure you have some kind of income coming in. Make sure you have some kind of a part-time job. Because if you're going to be trying to do the online thing and you have no income coming in, but you need to get food and need to pay bills or do whatever, you're going to be so fucking miserable and so stressed out of your mind that I do not recommend that at all. I've done it and it's not worth it. If I could go back, I would probably get some kind of like a side gig or like a part-time job where I could work like a few hours a day, get some basic income so I can pay my bills and get food and not worry about like, kind of sustaining myself. And then with the rest of my time, I would learn how to make money. That's my 2 cents on that. You tell me. You're relying on another person you're building their brand instead of your own brand. What if the person tells you, Shakzaib, pay me now 2 times more than you pay me yesterday? Your whole fucking business depends on him. What are you going to do? You're going to be like, okay, man, things are evolving. You have all the information. The things we talked about, a couple of years ago or whatever, they don't apply anymore now. That's the thing. Like, people are talking to another guy today and he said the same thing. It's like, things change. You need to adapt with the times. You need to learn. You can't just take old information and then try to apply it now. Like things are not the same anymore. There's more competition. There's more players in the game. You can't just make shitty videos anymore. And then like you can do it, but you're not going to get paid as much as you want to get paid. So the game has changed and the game is constantly changing. So you need to upgrade your thinking and you need to think bigger. You can't just think about how can I make money with doing as little work as possible and staying anonymous and doing that. You need to think about how to make it big if that's what you want. I don't know, maybe that's not what you want. Maybe you do want to make a lot of money. All right, so what is the best niche to make money if I want to get into content creation and affiliate marketing, right? If you're trying to solve for money, then then you need to go where the money is. It's as simple as that. So where is the money? Well, YouTube shows you where's the money. If you look at your analytics and you go in revenue and then you click see more and you'll have all your videos in the past 7, 28, 30, 90 days, whatever, you will see that different topics, different videos have different CPMs. What does CPM stand for? Cost per mil. How much advertisers pay to show their ads to 1,000 people. So why do certain topics have higher CPMs than other topics? Because that audience that watches that video is more valuable to the advertiser. Okay, why is that audience more valuable to that advertiser? Because they're more likely to go ahead and purchase the service or the product that they're selling for them. And certain things, the audiences have spend more and they just simply have more money. Let's take 2 examples. Let's say I'm doing a gaming niche and my average audience is 10 to 16-year-old young men who play video games. And then the second thing, let's say, is 35 to 45-year-old men who are small business owners, entrepreneurs, and founders. Which one do you think is more valuable? The first one or the second one? The second one, of course, because these guys are in business. They're doing transactions. They're looking for software. They're offering their own service, right? They're conducting business. And that's where you want to be. You want to be in a place, you want to be in a niche that is actively conducting business. If you're making a video about a gaming topic, your RPM is going to be $1. If you're making videos, anything related to business, small business, like all these different services, your RPM is going to be so much higher. Does that make sense? So if you're trying to solve for money, go where the money is and look, it tells you exactly where it is, and then just try more things. I don't think it's either or. I think it's both. I think shorts are great for growing your audience, right? There's no guarantee that the people who discover your short video are gonna go ahead and then start watching your long form video. That is not a guarantee, but you can grow your number of subscribers with short form content, and the way the short algorithm works from the long one is very different, because all the content up until shorts was the viewer deciding what to watch. There had to be made a decision. You go ahead, you open up YouTube, and then you decide where you're gonna click, okay? With short form content, you decide when you're going to stop watching it. And that's the main difference. The way you make videos is different, right? Of course, now I'm observing another thing is that Mr. Beast, for example, he started making these very beautiful thumbnails for short form videos as well. If you go into your homepage, you will see that he now has thumbnails for his shorts. Because now when you scroll the homepage, you can also see shorts recommended to you. And sometimes you click and you watch it as well. So there's also going to be a little bit of that, but mostly shorts is about when you decide when you stop watching, and on all the other browse suggested is you decide what you're going to watch. So that's the main difference. But it's great for growing your channel, but there's no guarantee that the people are going to transfer to watching your long form content. Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing is old news. That has been trending. Like if you look at Google Trends, it probably went like spiked, then it died, and now it's probably picking up again. I would guess. I haven't checked it, but probably the thing like that. You know what's funny? I did Amazon KDP myself. Not full time, not full time. I did when I was first starting out at the very beginning of my Make Money Online journey. I got shiny object syndrome, or like, I don't associate negative feelings with the shiny object syndrome when you're first starting and when you're learning. I actually think it's a good thing for beginners to try out different business models and like learn, because then you learn a bunch of skills, how to make an ebook. All right, before I used to I hired a writer, man. There was no chat GPT back then. I hired a writer, I hired a graphic designer. They put together me a bunch of book covers and I put it all together. If you go into Amazon right now and you search for my name, you will actually find a book. It's called Lifting for Sculpting, Not Bulking. It's an ebook for women about debunking the myths of exercise and training in the gym. So I used to be very much into like fitness and lifting weights. And then I would talk to all these girls and they would say like, oh yeah, if I go to the gym, I'm going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'd be like, you wish you would look like him. I say it like this. Any business model can work. Like, you also need to test different things and see what you're into. For some, video content creation might not work because they simply don't want to be on camera. Like they just cannot overcome that fear or the shyness or whatever, right? So for them, maybe they're good writers. So maybe they should be on X and they should be publishing, they should be in the publishing of like textual things, right? And KDP or whatever. For some, it's video. For others, is they want to. I have a friend who is building a multi-million-dollar, maybe even more now, e-commerce brand. I tried e-commerce. I did over $250,000 in top line revenue with my drop shipping and drop servicing stores, and I sold 3 different stores, right? But that doesn't work for me because what it takes to build an e-commerce brand requires a very different type of person than I am, and it requires a very different skill set. So yeah, you need to test and see what works best for you. And then once you find that thing that works best, then just go all in on that. Yeah, listen, I think it's already good, of course, that you're doing these things, right? And congrats on having 1,500. I think that's a big milestone. Crossing that like $1,000 mark, it was a big achievement for me back in the day as well. Then you want to say, okay, the next thing is 5K, next thing is 10K.
Yeah.
Now for me is 50K, then it's 100K. Oh, so of course that's the game, right? Honestly, like from my current understanding, because I'm like always learning, right? I'm in this 24/7, right? And I think that if you're looking for the best return on your investments, if you're looking for the best long-term strategy, the way to go about this is to be on camera. Should be on camera, have your own channel, and just start building one video at a time. Don't worry about having millions, gazillions of views. That's not the point. Be authentic, be transparent. Don't try to sell a product right away. Don't try to sell a digital product right away, right? Just what you need to do is first, get yourself a YouTube channel. Get yourself the social platforms, Insta, TikTok, whatever, under your name. Make it look nice. Take a nice picture of yourself, right? Do it all. Okay, this is me. This is who I am. Next, buy a domain name and build a site. Easy site, nothing crazy. This is who I am. This is what I'm into, right? I want to learn how to make money online. This is what I'm passionate about. I graduated university. I don't like the only thing I think about 24/7 is making bunch of money with online, right? That's just who you are and that's what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then start experimenting, right? Start creating long form, horizontal videos on YouTube on your channel, and then start building an email list, right? Start saying, hey guys, by the way, every week I send out a newsletter. You can sign up to it if you just click the link in the description. You go to my site. Or you can also say, you can put together a lead magnet. You can put together a free guide or whatever, something that you have done. Hey, I scaled the YouTube channel to $1,000 in recurring income every month. And then just say it. This is how we did it. And then just give away all your information. You don't have to be afraid of anything, right? Then talk about like whatever it is that you want to talk about, but also make sure that you don't just talk about what you want, but also what people want to hear. This is very important. You want to combine these two things, what you want to talk and what the market wants to hear. And then that's in the middle, that's where you hang right here. Okay, what you want and what the market wants. And then you are in the middle. So that's my best piece of advice to you, man. Buy a domain, build a site, build a lead magnet, set up a newsletter, and start creating long form horizontal content, start creating short form content, repost it across all the social media channels, create a content system, have a calendar, and just like treat it very seriously. And then you're going to start getting followers. Those people are going to start subscribing to your email list, and then just take it from there. And then eventually you can send them an email, and say, once you have your first 100 people who subscribe to your email list, like actually authentically, send them an email and say, hey guys, would you like me to make a product or something, a course or whatever it is. So it's a long process, man. Yeah, man, I would do a new channel. I would make a very nice, clean personal brand, take some pictures, have good lighting, write a normal description, personal description, like put your face there. They don't want to deal with like Shaq's Media. They want to deal with people. Like, of course, they're going to get Metix Media accepted because he's just like too big, right? But if you want to go how to like put your face, make a nice banner, right? Look sharp, look clean. That's the most important thing. You need to look like friendly and presentable. And then start making videos yourself. Don't try to look too cool, okay? Like people like when people smile, it's just more approachable. Once you fix kind of your online portfolio, then I would say your second order of priority is to get onto affiliate networks, right? So whether it's Partner Stack, Impact, CJ, all of them basically, and write a super nice message and explain like, hey, I am a beginner content creator, right? I'm super passionate about SaaS and about technology, and I make helpful educational content. And here's my channel. I'm just starting out, so I don't have so many views and subscribers just yet, but I create like good stuff. Like you need to be a good person, basically. People want to work with good people. And then please accept me. If I'm able to generate commissions, this will help me to reinvest back into my business, get better, and all of these things. So you should get my free guide. I put together kind of my free guide breaking down everything. So it's on georgevlasiev.com/affiliates. It's free. I break down my whole strategy and everything. So yeah, grab the guide there, read through it, and I think it'll help a lot.